I'm lighting a candle for all you guys tonight. Maybe a little blessing for whatever it is that you are becoming. It smells really good too. must mean you're creating something really awesome. All right, there it is. This one is for cheers. uh, for whatever it is that you're becoming by integrating your wisdom, and may you have the courage to take action with it and share it with the world in whatever way seems authentic to you. That doesn't mean everyone has to go start a YouTube channel. In whatever way is really, really true for you. And if you've been avoiding that, then maybe tonight's class is a little bit of a call to action for you. So, just to reiterate the steps, step one, we see it and acknowledge whatever we're ready to integrate. Step two, we do that by first realizing the experience didn't need to be perfect. So, for example, somebody died in my life and then I cried for 2 months. Why is that wisdom? It's the experience plus reflection that creates the wisdom. Perhaps you grieved and you healed through it. And now you understand, wow, life is impermanent and it's special. That is something no book could ever teach you. I mean, you could read it in a book and then you could say it you know, at a fancy dinner, like you know it, but you don't know it until it happens and you go through it. And every single person on earth goes through that one. Some people choose to learn that lesson, some people not. And maybe we learn a little bit every time someone passes away. And so in that second step, we realize, my experiences didn't need to be perfect or complete in some way. And then thirdly, we start to integrate it. We start to, instead of it being on the periphery of our awareness, we bring it closer in and we realize it's part of who we are. And then that fourth step is we decide with this wisdom and experience, how do I want to show up in the world? In what way does it want to come out of me and be shared? So this candle is for that fourth one. I hope you do it in whatever way really, really calls to you. And if you hit any limitations on that path, that's normal too. That's part of the journey. If there are no bumps in the road, you're probably doing it wrong. Um, Before we go, a candle was the image for your wisdom. Wow. Oh, there we go. If anyone has a question or anything they want to share, feel free to write it in the box, or if you raise your hand if you want to verbally say it, you're welcome to. Um, and I was watching just one thing. I was watching one of my favorite scientists today in this interview, Dr. Rupert Sheldrake. He's like incredibly controversial because he studies all sorts of wild things like telepathy. But he did teach at Cambridge and has written countless papers, and he's an incredibly smart scientist. Um, and I realized, you know, I will never be as smart as Rupert Sheldrake. There's no doubt about that. In the way that he does it, in the way that he does it, and at the same time, I so appreciate that he exists and does what he does, and I will do what I do. And we all do that. And then as a human family, we all contribute something. So don't spend your time comparing yourself to some fancy scientist, unless you are one. And great job. Glad you got all those brains. Um, share them, please, with the rest of us. Yeah. Appreciating other people's excellence. Exactly. Yeah. So great job, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all look like you're good. We're good, David. And maybe this will play out a little bit for you um, throughout the week. Maybe you're just walking or you're in the shower, you're eating breakfast, whatever it is. And then like something just like clicks, it just like integrates without you thinking, or you're in a dream and you wake up, that tends to happen when we're not like trying or paying too much attention, just like something gels all, oh, I get it. There's like this realization there's a synthesis and a realization or an epiphany that happens. And don't don't take those lightly. Those are special moments. Make sure you take a moment and let it really sit and integrate. If you do need to write it down, go for it. And make sure you realize you're special enough and important enough to allow this to be really, really important. I think we all get programmed that, like, because there's like a Rupert Sheldrake out there or somebody who's so smart. What do I know, right? That's not true. There's no one who could replace that fourth quadrant wisdom integration that you have. There's nobody that could ever replace that with any book knowledge. So don't take it lightly. Make sure one day you might be 98 years old and got everyone sitting around you, and it's time for you to share. Let me tell you, I was with my grandfather this weekend, his 91st birthday. That's why I got a good tan. And no joke, well, we talked about a lot, but one of the things he said to me was like, David, I spent every single day of my life hungry for 10 years through World War II and beyond. 10 years I was hungry every single day. And I will never know what that feels like. It's very unlikely I'll ever know, or any of us will ever know what that feels like. And there's a wisdom in that experience of like, you better fucking enjoy that food. You see that food, you better enjoy that food, David. You're too skinny. That's what I kept getting. But no, it was special to have him share that. And so there might be something that you pass down in that way too. Maybe it's not having food, but it's definitely could be other things that other people haven't experienced that need some wisdom and light shown on for them. So see what it is for you and get out there and share it in some way. I'm trying to do it. Not making you feel guilty for not doing it. That's a good way to end the class. Why are you not doing enough to be on your path? Just kidding. You know what's really funny, guys? Just before we close, I got a thing on my computer that says, do you want to update now? Yes. I think we do want to update now. I'll unmute you all for a moment so we could say bye. But yeah, are you guys ready to update?
Thank you, David.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Bye,
Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you soon. I'll send out the recording.
See you
Be well.
soon.
See you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Thank